Hi there guys, in today's video we're going to be looking at locking and unlocking objects within FlexiPRINT. But before that, let's have a quick intro first. So today's video can be found on softwaretraining.co.za. We make short and easy to watch problem solving videos, and we also have daily updates. Now if we head into the program, so like I mentioned, today's feature on the arrangement, we're going to be looking at locking and unlocking objects. Now this can be very handy for multiple reasons. One of them is perhaps you've got a form of template and you don't want to mess with it, you could lock it. Another one is perhaps you're working with a design, a very complex one, and there's some layers you just don't want to be able to by accident edit or move because you kind of have it fixed in the design and you don't want to change it. Then we can also use it on another handy little tip, but I'll show you that afterwards. So now to lock things, there's two main ways we can go about it. So the first and most easiest way, in my opinion, is we select the object we want to lock. We'll right click, we go down and we find the lock menu and we say lock. Now to unlock it is obviously the same thing. We go to lock and we say unlock. Now with this thing locked, you might think it's still editable because you can see I can select it. But as soon as I try move it, you'll see nothing happens. If I try scale it, nothing happens. Let's even try change the colors. You can see nothing happens with that. With this one on the hand, I move it, scale it, change the colors, and all of that works. Now I do recommend just keep in mind if something seems slightly broken and you're trying to delete something and it's not working, or some of the options aren't working for some reason, then chances are that object might be locked. I've had it a few times where I'm thinking the program's broken because suddenly I can delete things, but the one object just doesn't want to go away, and then I find out, oh, I've actually locked it. So then just make sure you unlock it and then you can carry on from there. So very handy little feature that. Another area which I mentioned earlier, which is very handy to use the lock, and you might not think that it's or tie the dots at first, but it also works with guides. So the beauty is, let's say we've set up a nice guide template, we've worked out our measurements precise and all of that. Then the last thing we want to do is mess with those guides. I've had it before where I've moved it and then you have to do a lot of the calculations over. So now what you can simply do is select the guides you want, right click it, same as before, lock. Now you can see this guide, I cannot move, I cannot delete it, and so forth. Where with this one I can delete it, this one I can move it, and like that. So very handy that you can use it with guides, and it makes a lot of sense using it with guides, especially because most of the times it's something you set up beforehand and then you want to keep it in place. But like I mentioned, just keep in mind what you have locked, because especially when you're still new to the program, it can be very confusing when it suddenly doesn't want to operate the way you used to. But yeah, otherwise that is it on locking and unlocking. Very handy tool in my opinion, especially if you have strict design requirements and you don't want to mess around with that. Otherwise, in the meanwhile, if we head here to softwaretraining.co.za, you guys will notice we've got a variety of different softwares we do cover, and you can also isolate your search on the top right. If you do not, however, find the training videos you're looking for, just simply go here, request the training video, fill in the mini form, and then we'll do our best to try and make that for you. But otherwise, thanks guys for watching, and cheers.